The Murray River and the Murray-Darling Basin. Some of the features of the Murray-Darling River. It has an area of more than 1 million square kilometres, 14% of Australia's total surface area. Australia's three longest rivers are found in the basin. The Darling, the Bowen River. At its widest, the basin extends 1,200 kilometres along the Murray Valley in the southern basin, from near Cooma in the east of the Murray mouth to in South Australia. Some of the uses of the Murray-Darling and Murray River are agricultural production of food. They use the water of the river to irrigate their crops, therefore integrate to economy. Some exports also use the river, but also to feed our own urban populations. The river is home to a diverse range of water and bird flora and fauna. Symbol of Australian heart. Home for many communities is the Murray River. Many people consider the Murray River home, as it is such a lush, beautiful place to live. They have everything. Beautiful sandstone, beautiful waterways. It's just a great place to raise children, as many would say. An analysis of the historical human impacts. Indigenous people managed ecosystems for thousands of years. Yet in under 200 years, European settlers have used the river beyond capacity and changed the landscape. This is done through forest clearing, replace native grass and introducing new crops, introducing non-native species or animals and crops, built farming dams, or the use of irrigation to make land or floodplains adjacent to the river system more agile and productive. These have all had negative impacts on the health of the Murray River. Governments have built dams in order to level out the extreme differences in the flow of the river throughout the years. To make it more even, the surface has the effect of changing the natural flow cycle through winter and spring to summer and autumn. As consumption of the water increases, the volume of the water continues to decrease. The salinity of the water in the lakes and rivers increases beyond a health level in South Australia, as the flow of water out to sea decreased. More dams were built by the government for the increase in demand of the water, the Hume Dam. But as you can see in the video, these dams that were produced by farmers illegally. They did this by creating little switches that would go in the meter so that no one would be able to read and see the level of water that they were taking. In 2001 to 2010, horrific drought saw the basin become a closed system with basically no water to the ocean in that period. 2002, integrated program to stop the Murray River mouth from closing. People worked every day to keep it flowing. Salt has also risen in the lakes and the rivers.
There is no question.
Over the years, people have changed and developed things along the river. For hundreds of years, animals have inhabited the river. There are a variety of animals that have lived along the river. These include pelicans, ducks, and other sorts of birds. There are some important animals, such as carp, that make the water dirty. If the water was polluted and it drained, then there would be so many animals during this time that the Aboriginal tribes would not know what to do. But over the years, after a lot of people fishing in the area, the animals have slowly faded away. Humans have impacted greatly on the amount of water in the Murray River. Climate change is one of the main reasons the water levels are going down. They say the weather and rainfall patterns have changed over the last 50 years. Since humans are the main reason of climate change, I believe that we are the main reason that the water is dropping. Some of the short-term problems are that people are going to be unable to feed their crops and their animals. Some of the long-term problems are people are not going to be able to sustain jobs, as people will not have money and income from selling animals and products. This will also affect landowners and people that have been working for decades and decades. I believe that if we were to have a system where every person has to put in a request for the amount of water they require, and if they created their own dams, and for years they slowly had to buy the water off the government could use this money to reopen up the dams and spend some of this money to dredge and create the dams, create shallower holes for the dams to be. This is some of the things that need a change in the Murray River system. Thank you.